Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Boom Rookies with Grub. Coming at you live from the Grub Hub presented by ESPN. My name's Matt Bungard and with me today, Josh Reynolds. Hello.
What's doing, mate?
Not much. I'm very excited because we have a very, very special guest today. Luke Brooks, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Big Nigel fan, by the way.
Oh, huge.
Nigel,
Big
legend.
Nigel. We just a bit of context. Luke just done a shout out for
my mate Nigel, who ran, him and his brother Edwin, who did a backyard ultra on the weekend.
Around his own backyard.
No. Mate, they could do it around your back. It's big enough. 6.7k loop every hour on the hour until you can't do anymore. Edwin did, I think, 23 loops for 150k's and Nigel did 35 for 250k's.
I can't believe he's done 35 or something.
And the craziest part, as I said, is there was still 18 or 19 blokes going at the 250k mark. So insane stuff. But hats off to everyone who did that. But yeah, just got Brooksy is Nigel's favourite player, so got him to give him a shout out before we started recording. But now he gets 2 shout outs. Fantastic.
There you go, mate. There you go.
Brooksy here with us. Thank you again for being here. So I guess first of all, people want to know how's everything sort of been going in the last month since the injury? Obviously, awful luck, but how are you recovering and how's things progressing?
Yeah, it's going good. 4 weeks post-op, so everything's travelling pretty well. I think mainly my headspace has been good, so I've had a pretty good run throughout my career. So it was unfortunate at the time. I felt like I was playing some good footy, and where we were at the time, I was excited to see what we could do. But it's all a part of the game, and travelling well though.
Yeah, I remember speaking to you because obviously knowing you for a while now, and I know you're pretty relaxed and laid back. But at the same time, no matter how many injuries you've had, when you have a big injury, it's not the best feeling. So I remember when I come and seeing you, but you were in good spirits. But at the same time, you just mentioned it. I just feel this year you've taken your game to another level, and I suppose I wanted to ask, 2 things on it, like the influence of Foz on just your game, because I know we spoke about everyone Foz ball and whatnot, but I honestly feel when I watched you were playing actually a bit like Foz. Has he been really good to, I suppose, help you in that instance?
Honestly, he's kind of just let me go. He didn't really have too much for me to do. It just sort of made it simple for me. Just go out there, do my job for the team. And I think because our team was playing well, that made it easier for me. And I felt like even at the start of the year, even though we were losing, I wasn't playing that bad. But obviously when you lose, the blame sort of gets put on the halves. So I think Foz has done a great job so far, and I'm still keen to see what the boys can do for the rest of the year, because we're still in a good position. We can really make a crack at the 8.
In terms of you personally, obviously the situation at the West Tigers for a long time, you were very much the centre of attention, very much the lightning rod for criticism when things were going poorly, often very unfairly, mind you. And then it felt like last year at Manly, there was a lot going on with Cherry leaving and all that stuff. It felt like that club was in a little bit of a flux state with that stuff. It felt like this year was sort of the most settled environment you'd ever had, kind of in your first grade career. Me and Grub talked about that a little bit a couple of weeks ago, but I'm just wondering if you kind of, if that was a sort of an accurate interpretation of what was going on. How did you feel this year? In terms of the focus being specifically on you, it felt like for once in your career, people were just letting Luke Brooks be Luke Brooks. It wasn't too much.
Well, it didn't start that way, because we were 0-3 and we had to change a coach. But I think it's always the same thing. Once you win games, that sort of noise starts to go away. But at the start of the year, we were 0-3, and I thought, we're going through this again. I was like, I was ready to. I was like, I don't know if I can keep doing this, but and then once you win, it's sort of changed the narrative, and the noise started to die down, and I was just able to concentrate on playing footy, and I was enjoying my footy. I was enjoying playing with the boys. We were doing really well, and it's always better when you're winning.
The one thing I found with you guys was when you started playing well was Manly in the past have always relied on Turbo a lot. He's a gun. He's one of the best players in the competition, but unfortunately he's been out, in and out for a period. But he's actually found some really good form when he wasn't playing, and then that's when I felt, wow, there's something different in this team this year. The likes of Clayton Fowler, who was unbelievable at fullback. Is that, I suppose, because Turbo's obviously not playing now. Do you feel though the crew that they got now can get back to that, without Turbo? Hopefully he comes back in the next few weeks, but it just seemed like you found an identity away from Turbo.
Yeah, I think that's because we were winning games on the back of our defence. Obviously, Turbo's great with the ball, but you look through that period of the games that we were winning, our attack probably wasn't, like, we were still scoring points, but it wasn't, like, at its best. And we were winning the games on the back of our defence. We were holding teams to 1 to 3 tries max per game. And that's probably something that Manly haven't been renowned for the last few years. So I think, yeah, even though we didn't have Turbo, we were still playing well because of that. And then, yeah, obviously Clayton went to fullback and he really showed what he could do. He was, he was outstanding. And now Hopper's there at the moment, and I think he's doing a great job as well. So, I still think if we get back to defending the way we want to defend, we can still win even without Turbo. But, hopefully he'll be back in the next couple of weeks.
In terms of mentality, like, I know you're not playing at the moment, but, like, what's it like for playing group when, as you said, winning fixes everything, right? And I was there that night when you played South with the Foz KFC signs and the Foz Pines sign. It was all just a great. Obviously, I hated it because we lost, but it was a great atmosphere. The vibes were so high, and it felt at that point that Manly were really gonna, like, just maintain that level. And obviously, you've had this little sort of losing dip now.
Yeah.
What do you do as a playing group to sort of get out of that tailspin and try and find your way back up to where you were like 2 months ago?
Well, I guess the good thing, like, we've been there before at the start of the year.
Yeah.
We're in the exact same position. We lost 3 on the trot. We've lost 4 on the trot now. So we look back, all right, what did we do that game against the Dolphins? What did we focus on? I think it's just simplifying it, going after a few key things that I thought were really working for us that I feel like we sort of fell away from the last few weeks. So if we can go back to that, then we know we can match it with any team.
How are you finding it, mate? Like, Matty touched on it before. Obviously, I was there with you at the Tigers. We were on fire. Great couple of years, mostly from me. But no, honestly,
Off the field.
Definitely. We actually got crowned best halves combination in the Telegraph.
Congratulations.
Off the field. No, but like, I just felt after years and years of just bullcrap, to be honest. Like, it was just, but that's just what happens. Like you said, you understood it as a half, and if there's one guy, that's one thing I'll give you. You just took it in your stride, and it is what it is. But at the same time, it must be nice now to go somewhere and be appreciated just that little bit more, because I reckon now, I'll be honest with you, you won't agree with me here because you're not going to, but I think Manly have dropped because you're not there. Just a couple of little things where the style of play of the way you were playing, like, you know, you were playing eyes up footy, you're attacking short sides, which opened up space for the open. You had a few forwards that like playing through the middle, but I just think they're lacking that at the moment. How are you enjoying just being a role player instead of being the guy that it all falls on?
Yeah, well, that was one of the main reasons to go into Manly. Like, when I signed, there was Ches, Turbo, Lachlan Croker in the spine, so I was like, I can go there and then Jakey as well. Obviously, they're the ones who always, sort of the people talk about, so I can just go there and just play my role. And I think it's not just me. We've had a few unlucky injuries as well, like Siwa Takiaho. He was
going great.
He was a massive loss for us coming off the bench. His experience and his defence, no one really talks about. So, and then Brandon Wakeham as well. We lost him in the Bulldogs game. I thought he was doing a great job, in particular in defence, starting at hooker, leading our line speed, and those are the sort of plays that you miss. But yeah, hopefully those, not Siwa, but Wakey looking to come back in the next few weeks, and hopefully he can do what he was doing before he got injured.
It's a really good point he makes, isn't it? Because if I'm thinking about Manly, I'll be honest, I'm thinking about Brooksy and Turbo, who's out at the moment. But when you explain that, you're right. Brandon Wakeham, like, does he know he's that big? But honestly, he was leading the line speed every time, whacking guys, not necessarily like. But then what happens if you lead the line speed at hooker? People come and help you, but it's the intent. I just feel he was giving you a lot of that. You're right. It's a really good, I suppose, example of I suppose what what also you are missing other than yourself and Turbo. I just want to go back to Foz and just and I know he doesn't like being spoken about, but you've had multiple different styles of coaches. Yeah. You've obviously, you've had the likes of Potsy throughout your career. Then we've had Madge. You've had Seabold. Now you've got Foz, who's that young style, younger style of coach. Take footy away from it. I look at Cam Strouder now. Do you just feel he understands the group that little bit more of what, Hamole Olakawatu likes as a person, what Ben Travojevic likes? Do you just feel they just understand it a little bit more at the moment?
Yeah, for sure. Coach? And he only finished playing last year, so he's been around the game and I guess the sort of generation that are playing now. So that definitely is a big factor, which will help him. But I still think he's got a bit of like old school, like he just tells it how it is, which I think is really good. And obviously he's got to find his way with different players because they've all got different personalities. But yeah, I definitely think that being younger and being around, having just finished last year's, is definitely going to help him with that sort of thing that you were talking about.
Yeah. So what in terms of you, what's the timeline looking like? You hoping back at the start of next year? Or?
Yeah. We're pushing for probably be full training around January. So I think after that you have about 4 weeks of full contact, and then you can play again. So we'll be aiming for that.
Fantastic.
Is it just one more? Just I wanted to ask. Obviously playing with Jamal this year and Ches last year, I feel they're very different players. It's funny. Ches is will go down as a great halfback, one of the great half. But I just feel he's a bit 580.
He is, yeah.
Like he doesn't. He's not naturally playing straight and direct. And mate, he got a great kicking game, but not necessarily thinking kick to corners. And he was always kept running across field, hitting his short. Whereas Jamal's like, I want you to say, but from the outside looking in, he's thinking about where he's finishing his sets, this and that.
Yeah.
Are they two totally different players to play with?
They are different in a sense where, pretty much you explained it. Yeah. Jamal's probably a more traditional halfback. Yeah, set up the kick to the corners, play very square, whereas Ches has that, but then he will play a bit off the cuff as well. So now he's playing 5'8", it kind of suits him, doesn't it? But I feel like him and Walker are sort of similar players, and they're doing really well together as well. So Roosters are firing at the right end of the year like they always do.
I think they're going to win the comp.
You reckon?
Roosters.
Wow.
I hope I'm wrong.
Don't forget about the dogs, mate.
I'm definitely not forgetting them, don't worry. Just on that, I talked with Campo about he's my co-host. I do my Monday show. He's a Raiders fan. And we talked about how this is the kind of year when you're sort of, as a fan, you're playing around with the ladder predictor on the NRL website. You're watching games that involve the other teams around you, and you hope, like, for example, he was cheering for the Storm against the Dogs last Friday, all that stuff. As a player, especially as a player who's injured at the moment, what's that experience like? Because Manly are in that boat. Like, will you watch, like, the Roosters Bulldogs game, for example, this Friday, and be like, in the back of your mind, kind of going a little bit?
This is actually the most footy I've watched for a long time.
You're not a massive, you don't really watch it.
I used to be when I was younger, but then I think just being around it and seeing the same stuff, you sort of get over it. But now that, I haven't been playing, I've watched it a fair bit more. So, I will watch it. You go for the teams that you want to, but then half the time they don't even win anyway. So you just got to worry about yourself, and you got to worry about what your team can do, and you just got to worry about winning. So
I got to watch that game with him on Friday. I'm not going to be cheering for the Roosters. I can't do that.
You can't do it.
Yeah, you better not.
I'm not going to. It's all right. But that is a massive.
It should be
massive.
It will be
Friday
a massive
night,
game.
Both games. We've got the Panthers Warriors 6:00. And then the 8:00 game between the Roosters and the Bulldogs, which we'll be watching both at Wenty Leagues Club with the great Tim Manor. Yep. And you've got another special guest confirmed as well.
Yeah, big Jace Yakub. He's a hectic Fred in the making. I don't know if he's better or worse. I don't know how you judge these, but they're all legends. They love their footy, and it'll be good. What's it called? The
Magpie Bar.
Magpie Bar.
Yeah.
No, was there another name for it?
No, Magpie Bar.
What was it?
I think so.
Was it the Magpie Nest?
We can start calling it that if you want.
We'll call it the
we'll
Nest,
be down there in the Magpie Nest this Friday night.
Gorman, when he great.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Sammy Gorman, when he great. One of the greats. Sure. But they're two massive games that have massive ramifications on the
top of the eight and
the bottom. And for you, mate, you've obviously played against the Warriors and the Panthers, two of the heavyweights. I want to ask you a bit more about the Warriors. What a team. Like, they've just got so much youth.
Yeah.
But then they've also got some really good leadership in Fisher Harris, Capewell, Barnett. When you're playing a side like the Warriors, you obviously got to be on, but, like, where do you see any weaknesses in the Warriors side at the moment?
Not really. I feel like they just do. Everyone just does their job, and they're just playing just high percentage footy, and they're winning games that way. And then you throw in the factor of teams having to go over there and play. So they'll really be trying to get that top 2 position. Then they can get 2 home finals over there, which will be tough for any team. Yeah, it's massive.
They got to.
Yeah,
I think if they're any chance of making the GF, they need to finish second.
Yeah,
that's why this game is huge. If they don't win this, I actually think Cronulla will jump them.
I don't think Cronulla will lose another game.
And then I even think the Dolphins might jump them for 4th. But they have to win this game. That's why it's so crucial.
It is.
Things that scare me just about the Warriors this week, and Tuapiki, I'm pretty sure is still out, which also scared me last week, but they proved me wrong. But I'm not being rude. That was against a Gold Coast team.
The Titans have been defending a lot better in recent weeks, and the Warriors made them look like, I think it was Warriors' best attacking performance of the year, maybe. They made 1,000 line breaks last week. They were great.
Well, look at the Warriors now, just in comparison to years in the past, right? Warriors have always, when they've brought in young guys, they've always been athletic. They've always had a flick pass. They've been brilliant. Like, you watch them and you go, wow. But then the only thing I'll say is on the other side of it, that not like footy fans might not always see, is they might give up 2 or 3 inside shoulders.
Yeah.
They might do a couple of things, but I just feel Webby has probably brought in, and it's probably the likes of Fisher, Harris, and Capel. Look, boys, we know how athletic you guys are, but at the same time, you can't do all this other stuff. And like, you look at Stowers, Smith,
by Malga, all those guys,
all of them, and they're Halasima.
Well, mate, the fact that
they're unbelievable.
In the first half of this year, if we'd done our team of the year, Jackson Ford would have been in the team of the year, right? 100%. And he's not there, and the forward pack hasn't taken a backward step. That's a testament to just how. Like, as you said, this is a great team. This team is greater than the sum of its parts. That's a testament to how good their depth is this year and how bought in everybody is. That they lost one of their best players, and they haven't looked any worse.
Yeah.
What about Penrith, mate? Like, I don't even know what you say about them. But, like, to be fair, they, still no Dylan Edwards, and that's big.
No McLean either, I think.
No McLean this week. So, if there's a time for the Warriors to get it done at home, well, I think it's this week.
Yeah, for sure. They're a great chance. I think Aaron Clark as well, he's been outstanding this year for the Warriors. But Penrith, you can just never doubt them. As soon as they have an injury, someone comes in and does the same job. So, I think it's going to be a great game. Maybe they'll meet each other again in the finals. But, it's a massive one for Warriors.
Do you feel when you played the Warriors, like the way I look at their team, right? You look at it and they attack you in the middle. So you got Egan literally getting behind the ruck, one of the best. Sucking in the mark, he's getting A and B. His deception around ruck's unbelievable, right? Yeah. But then you've got, the likes of Stowers Smith and the likes of Barnett and Fisher Harris that, they can go one off the ruck, bang, and they smack it into you. But then they also play off the back of Aaron Clark. So they're not greedy. They'll go, look, Aaron, you set us up. So they might go, pass, go wide. Aaron Clark, he'll hit you back through the middle. And then on the edges, they're so silky. Yeah. Is that how you feel when you play them? You just never get a rest?
Yeah, definitely. And they're massive through the middle, so they'll go at you through the middle. And then you look at their centres, they're bigger than their middle. So, and then their back rows, you got to tackle them. And I think once they get down in good ball on the try line, they're very structured. They'll get to a post, and then Tamari will just pick a side. Whatever side's shorter, has less defenders, he'll go that side. And they just look very structured, but then they've got all options. So they're dangerous all around the park.
What about the other game? The Dogs. Yeah, they obviously... I feel this is a very, very interesting game for both teams. Yep. I just feel the Dogs let's go Roosters first. Coming off scoring 80
The only way is down.
Like, that's literally like playing on like the
that's
PlayStation.
Rugby League 2 on easy.
I used to do that. I used to do that to my brother every second day. Smoke him every single day. But like, okay, and the thing is, and you've played the Dogs before, the one thing I'll say about what the Roosters better be ready for, and Sammy Walker and Cherry Evans, last week they played in a dinner suit. When I say that, I just mean they didn't have much pressure put on them.
No.
Mind you, they played well in it. They made that dinner suit look beautiful.
They did.
Because Sammy Walker, he lit the world on fire. Cherry Evans done what he needed to do. But when you play the Dogs, Kickow and Preston are coming after you.
Yeah.
So that week to week, right? You play the Cowboys, you score 80 points, not much pressure on you. Then you know that the back rows are coming after you.
Yeah.
Do you think about that in the week and adapting on the run?
Yeah, you have to. You know that when you're coming up against the Bulldogs, their 4-man is coming hard at you. So I think where the Roosters will look to go is through the middle, because you look at their middle, they're massive, and I think that's where they win most of their games.
Yeah.
So then,
Naf White's been incredible. This
yeah,
year.
go through the middle, and then that'll bring Sammy Walker and Ches into the game, and then obviously Teddy as well, who's been unbelievable. So I think it's going to be a good game. I'm not sure who's going to win, but probably leaning towards the Roosters.
It really these next two.
Huh?
Mate, these next 2 weeks define Canterbury's season. They play the Roosters and Souths, a team at the top, who if they beat, that's a really huge like sort of boost for them, and a team that's sort of around them in that top 8 hunt. And if they lose that, like that's a 4-point swing basically.
Yeah.
So like these next 2 games will define the Bulldogs season.
I just feel that's the thing with the Roosters. We speak about the likes of Nafahu, White, and Radley, who are constantly laying the platform, but you know who constantly is threatening in the middle is Teddy. Like he'll go one off the ruck, drift across, and you've got Victor Radley hitting a line outside C. That's what they done to the Cowboys. And the Cowboys middle, honestly, they were shot.
Yeah.
And because like they were going bang, bang, but then Teddy does that late feed, and that's why they're so hard to contain.
Never seen so many line breaks through the middle, just like that. It was crazy.
But it's hard though, mate. Like you ask a forward, they want you to run straight and hard, and they'll just bang each other. But if you say James Tedesco's coming in the middle, they're like, nah, get him out of there. So I think that's where the Dogs in the likes of Leo Thompson, Max King, Salmon, who was brilliant last week. That's where they got to be on. If the Dogs are going to win the battle in the middle, that's where those boys have got to be on. I think for the Dogs at the moment, they're back to that defensive style. The Dogs are happy. They want to bring this game right down to the ground. They want no points. They want to just defend their way to a victory. And then, I think's improved lately, boys, is Bailey Haywood. Just having a crack every now and then, being a bit of a threat from the 9. When he first, was playing 9, he's directly off the deck and wasn't a threat. I think something like a late offload from Carraz might break up the Roosters' attack, but either way, it's going to be amazing. I think one guy you probably look at, like now, Stephen Crichton playing 6. Like, what can't that bloke do? But don't you reckon it's helped Lockie Galvin just be a bit more free?
Yeah,
not
for
feel
sure.
You have to take the onus.
Yeah, even like when we played, that was his first game at 5'8" when we played him. He's got a massive boot on him. He was putting it like similar to Burton, and that's huge. That's he's playing well at 5'8", and as you said, I think it's taken a lot of pressure off Lockie, and he's been playing good all year, I think. So he's got that combo with Preston and Kickout. He was hitting both of them short constantly. And there's some big ball running back rows.
I think getting Kick-Out back's been gigantic,
Yeah,
particularly
massive.
defensively. Like the pressures and stuff that he provides, it's very like. Obviously, there are other back rows that are good at, but he's one of the very, very best at it. I think it's no coincidence. I think that sort of all their baseline effort levels have gone up since he's come back. So.
Like TBA's team-based actions, that's what he leads every week in them. Yeah, but the thing is, he does do all the when I say fancy stuff, like you've seen what he done to the young Melbourne fella who debuted on the weekend. Like he put his body on the line. Good on him, Hayden Watson, but kick out left foot, bang. Like he just has that ability. But then if you speak to Viliami, because the back rowers, they're the link between the middles and the link between the edge. They like to lead the line speed and their communication. The reason I didn't retire because of other teams. I literally retired because every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'd have to go left on right against kick out, and I'd feel like I couldn't do anything. I was like, nah, I'm done. Toys out of the top, but nah, he's brilliant at what he does, and he's going to need to be on for them to win on Friday night.
Yeah. He's on the other side of the field to you normally, right? But as a half, what were the back rowers that you dreaded coming up against the most?
It was Jaden Su'A was hard when he was playing at South. I remember one game I couldn't tackle him, and I got dropped to the bench the next week. So he's always one. When I first started, Josh Papali'i was a back rower. He was so hard to tackle.
Horrible.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't fair. I was just hoping he'd get a bit older, like and quicker. Move to the middle.
Yeah, once he moved to the middle, I was laughing.
Beautiful, mate. Well, thanks for coming on, man.
No, thanks for having me.
Rehab and everything, mate. Thank you so much.
How much you love talking.
Yeah, love it.
But thanks, man.
Thank you.
See you, brother.
Cheers. Thank you, mate. Cheers.
All right, now it's time for our El Jana Future Superstars. Josh, before we get into this week's team, incredible marketing Well, the marketing campaign at work 2 weeks ago, you went to pick up the food before we head out to see the mighty Barella Bears, and you ran into our very own producer, Dan, at the El Jana.
Yeah, Dan was using your 15% off, I think he said. Just say
Beautiful.
Bungardia.
Yep,
I think that's what you
the
got to
code,
say,
correct.
and you get 15%. No, I'm only joking about that. But no, it was good to see Dan. See, this is what we do. We don't just represent. We eat where we drink. Is that a thing? I don't know.
Sure.
But you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
We back up.
Yep.
We love the food. How lucky are we? We get to eat it every
That's true.
Thursday night, pretty much every week.
So 7-year-olds don't have huge appetites.
Yeah, and look, it depends on the team, right? Some teams,
Shout out the
some
two
teams,
Blues.
we've gone, whoa, good work, boys or girls, but no, we really appreciate their ongoing support.
So this week we were out at both of our old stomping grounds, where I played soccer for Moorebank Sports Club, and you played footy against the Moorebank Rams. So we were out there at Hammondville Oval. Let's take a look at how it went.
All right, Matty, we are at the Moorebank Rams. Well,
Rams Shack.
At the Rams Shack?
Yeah.
The one thing that I figured out is they actually have a real ram here.
I know.
It's
just incredible.
It sits here. I don't know what
He's
it
very
does.
well behaved.
Yeah, it bit me. It actually bit me before, but no.
But yeah, I played soccer for Moorebank for like 10 years, so I'm really happy to be back. Let's go find out what this kid had to say.
The one thing that I loved about this place was when you played here in this shed, if you won, you could bang that thing so loud.
Ooh,
But we didn't really win much here, so I didn't really get the bang up.
But these kids apparently win quite a lot, so let's go talk to them.
11 straight?
Yeah,
The
very
Dragons?
impressive. Yeah.
Is this a real ram?
No.
Try, it bit me before. It bit me before. Good manners, good manners. I love chicken and love manners. Beautiful. There you go, darling. Everyone got one? Here you go, bro. This is chicken. Of course you can. Chippies, of course. The best bit. There's actually a game tonight. Whoever eats the most tum wins. Big game. Oh, careful.
Is there any tomatoes?
No, darling, you're Lepo. You can't have tomatoes.
It's not allowed. You're going to win. You are going to win. Look at that. Does everyone know my name? I'll introduce myself first.
Josh.
Thank you. Good start.
Yeah.
Good start. Josh what?
Just right
See, I like you. I like this club already. Whoa, what was that? Oh, the grub. Is the ram real? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you 100%?
Yeah.
Promise me. Because I'm scared of animals. I don't like them. Promise? Pinky promise. All right, here we go. Hey! I didn't even mean that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, man. The challenge is you've got to eat as much Eljan as you can. You've got a whole box there. All right. Yeah, you got to keep going. You're in the Tum challenge. You're going away at the Tum. You're slowly going away at the Tum challenge. That's a lot right there. That is a lot.
Wow, that is a lot.
Are you Lebanese?
Yes, he is.
And I heard you don't eat Tum. You don't eat garlic? Wow. You do or you don't? Ooh, I think that's frowned upon. Guys, Matt's here.
Hey guys.
This is Matt. Everyone say hello to Matt. So Matt, you're a South man.
My man.
Hey, there's actually a bit of a Matt. There's actually a bit of a punishment for you.
Yeah.
Just for running a little
That's
bit,
fair.
just for being a bit tardy.
Yeah.
You got to scoop a whole thing of Tum and eat it. Apparently, that's what the kids said, right?
No.
Who does everyone go for in the footy?
He's my favourite so far.
Yeah, I think he called me a grub, which
Well,
is he's got a fair point. Who's your favourite team? Dragons. Wow. Who do you go for? You think Bulldogs?
I don't like how to think about it so much.
Yeah. Nah, definitely Bulldogs. Manly?
You're a long way from Manly.
A long way.
My favorite player is Brent To'o.
Ah,
He's a great
is
player.
that Brian's brother? Who is the loudest on the weekends on the sidelines?
Auntie.
Who?
Auntie.
Who's auntie?
My mom.
The guy eating all the Illusiana.
What kind of things do they yell out that you guys hear when you play? Tackle. That's good advice.
Good start. Good start.
He tells us to hold.
Oh, what does hold mean? Like what? Hold hands. Hold hands. Oh. Oh, like so you got to hold and then go.
Yeah. When they roll the ball, then you start running.
That's good advice.
Players in the NRL don't know that. Does anyone have to do chores at home? Nah.
What's the worst chore? What's the worst chore? The chore you don't like doing.
Yeah.
Homework's not a chore. Homework's important. Cleaning your
Yeah,
room.
I'd actually say homework's a chore.
All right.
Yeah. Look, I'm not going to say anything because all the parents are here and they really want me to say an answer, but I think it sucks too.
Right, guys, what do we start off with at training? What's
Yeah,
the
here we
first
go.
thing we always do? Warm-ups, good boy. Warm-ups, then it's...
Oh,
That's right, what else do we do? What do we do in warm-ups? Come on. That's right.
you know what? Very, I like this. Very defence-minded. Defence here.
Defense first. Hold the line. Defend well.
There you go.
That's why we are... Has anyone beat us this year? We are...
Whoa.
Oh,
What, use?
look at that.
Are you serious?
11 games undefeated.
11 games
Wow.
straight? Wow. The try that was sent in was the zigzag king. Who was the zigzag king? I reckon you're a very good zigzagger.
He's not. He's trying to be
He's
humble.
humble.
But
He's humble.
Humility's important.
He's definitely not a South player.
Well,
not humble
what
at
are
all.
you saying all the South players are arrogant, Josh? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not. Oh, the hot stepper. Can you give us a live step? Here we go. We got a ball. Oh!
Well, I didn't even see him. Good luck tackling that.
Holy! Imagine him at Ivy in about 20 years.
When you're not playing footy,
Yeah.
what else do you like doing? What are other fun things you like doing? Going to Bondi Beach.
Whoa! What do you do?
Bloody
What do you
hell.
do there? What do you do there? Couple of lattes.
Do you swim?
Swim.
Make sure you stay between the flags. It's very important.
Yeah, that's actually really good advice. Probably the best advice we've given
I
anyone.
think so, yeah. Absolutely.
What else do we
What else
do?
do we do? Sorry? Go on
Oh,
an airplane. Where have you been on an airplane? Where have you been? Sorry? Oh, fantastic.
Are ya?
Exciting.
Have you been before? Oh, how exciting!
Great.
Have you got family over there?
Yeah.
Oh, you boys, are you going as well? Wow. Have you got any room in your suitcase for me? I'll come. I'd love to come. Racing? What, car racing? You already got a license?
No.
Oh,
Racing.
does he got a license? Oh,
Running.
oh, running. Sorry, I thought you meant you drive. I should know that better. I just want to quick get a tum check. Like, you're doing very well. I'm not going to lie. You've already won, so you don't have to eat anymore because we don't want. Won 11 games straight. Do you think you can go all year undefeated?
Yeah.
All year? The fam are going to go over to Tonga.
Yep.
They're going to bring inspiration back, and you're just going to go all the way.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Has Coach got a special prize for you if you go undefeated?
Yeah, if we go on undefeated, I will...
Here we go. Here we go.
Chocolates for everybody at the end of the year.
It's a good prize.
Hot chocolate.
Oh!
Oh, whoa. We've just got an allegation of a tight bum. I don't know if we can say any of them. We'll probably have to cut it out. All right, I've got another one. Let's just say you win. You win every single game. You get to raise the trophy. You get $1 million each. $1 million. What are you going to buy?
Family trip.
Where are you going? Lebanon. Great place. I want to go there.
A car.
Oh, Ooh, what type of car?
A Lamborghini.
Oh, now that. Promise me you'll pick me up one day in the Lambo. Oh, geez, this is really going well tonight.
A Ferrari.
All race
They could race each other.
safely.
Safely, of course.
More Bulldogs close.
More Bulldogs clothes. And you know what? Tell your brother to wear Bulldogs clothes.
No.
That's a no.
I mean,
Yes, yeah.
he's already tried this. Find more rabbit. I see. I like that one a lot better.
$1 million worth Eljana.
That's a smart answer.
That,
Even in the interviews, he's coach.
see, this is why.
This is why this team's undefeated, because the coach runs a tight ship.
Yeah, he does run a tight ship. And we've worked out a couple of things about Moorebank Rams. The Ram is not real. It's not real. We also know that you guys love Ferraris and Lamborghinis.
And winning, because they win every game.
You just win. Actually, yeah. Can you give us some? Well, can you give South some tips on constantly winning? Maybe. Yeah.
Because you got to stick with them, no matter whether they're good or bad.
I love this brotherly
It's great. It's
arguing.
really good.
It's awesome. All right, guys. We'll wrap it up.
Yep.
We're done. Thank you so much for having
guys.
us.
We really appreciate you.
Your breath. I'm joking.
I think best moment so far is you scaring that kid by pretending to be bit by a fake ram. He dropped his chips.
Yeah, but that was the conversation.
you
Like,
could tell how bad you felt as well.
I felt horrible. But the thing was, you know what I love? This is what I love about like kids and like they know it's not real.
Yeah.
But I was saying to them, I seen the ram out the front eating grass, and you could just see him going, looking at each other, going, like, is this bloke serious? And then when when I went down and the little I felt horrible, mate, because he was all red but look, it was a funny night.
And I edited that in a way to tell a story. The
Yeah.
story being the adventures of that girl in the headgear and her leader of TUM.
Oh my.
Fantastic.
I wonder how she went the next morning, the poor darling.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know what I love about her? We gave her an assignment,
Stuck
and
to
she
it.
took it with both
Mate, that's why that
hands.
team's undefeated. Those players are locked in.
Talking about TBAs, that's a
Yeah,
team-based
absolutely.
action. And the one thing, just to the boys out the front, this is just before you got there,
Mm.
Matty. The conversation of, I can't remember if we were speaking about this, about grounds we played at and
Yeah.
weirdness of them.
Yep.
So I was always told that Hammondville used to be a garbage tip.
Yep.
Because I remember me telling you this. Every time I play there, I'd get like a cart, and it would be really bad
Got
for
to make
like
sure you have your tetanus shots
yeah,
up to date.
tetanus.
Yeah.
Get multiple before you play there.
Yeah.
It was actually on our like team list. Make sure you get tetanus shot before you go and have it. No, I'm only joking. But the boys were saying, mate, I heard you say that on the radio. That is a porcupine.
Oh.
I said, oh, I only got told this by like
I
my.
also had
my
heard that, by
parents
the
and-
way. I'd been told that as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was bagging them, but then I went in or setting up the chick and come back out, and the boys go, it actually was a garbage tip
There you go.
back in the day. So boys, I wasn't making it up. It wasn't. So it's not an urban myth. Urban
No.
myth squashed.
Well done, mate. You're
Thank
out there
you.
busting myths.
Yeah, I was just about to
Fantastic
say,
work.
Mythbusters. If you,
That's some proper journalism right there.
Yeah.
Walkley Award-winning journalist Josh
yeah,
Reynolds.
I am looking to go be higher in
Wouldn't that be
ESPN
something?
ranks.
What do we have to do to win a Walkley for this show? We'd have to. I think we have to go more beyond breaking a garbage tip story. Find
Yeah.
something.
We'll find, mate.
We've got a
let's-
special guest coming on next week. He might be able to help us do that.
Yeah, well, that guy's just.
Yeah.
Well, he's a guy. He's a guy. Let's do a little teaser. He's a guy who's broke many
Yeah,
stories.
exactly.
Okay. Well, let's put it out there to anyone who can figure it out. We'll give a little giveaway here.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll send you I will send you 2 tickets to any Bulldogs game for the rest of the year
Wow.
if you can figure out who our guest is
Yep.
this week. He's a journalist, but that's all I'm going to give you.
Yep.
Is that all we give them?
Yeah.
But
There's not that many, Josh.
Think outside the well.
That's true, actually. Oh,
Think
yeah,
outside the box. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
all I'm saying is think outside the box.
Okay, so
Square, rectangle, whatever you want.
So we don't have a clip for this upcoming week because we're doing something a little bit different, something very special, something we're very proud to be doing this weekend. We're heading out to the Marconi Stallions, and we will be talking to some of the youngsters out there. But what else are we doing out there?
So the Stallions are putting on an event for MND, and Jai not 100% if Jai's going to be there, but
I misspoke. The Stallions are the soccer club. The Mustangs.
oh,
Good
well,
work, Matt.
no, they're all a part of it.
Okay, good.
They're all a part of it, I
Yep.
think. But look, no matter who it is, Marconi as a
Yep.
club are putting on a gala day for M&D, raising money. They give it. There's giveaways.
It's a classic car
It's
show.
a
or
classic
something?
car
Yeah.
show. So look, it's just everyone doing their part, and
Yeah.
we are lucky enough to be out doing a live podcast
Yep.
from there.
Be interviewing a couple of people, a couple of the charity raisers. and
Charity
yep.
raisers, a couple of people from the club.
Yep.
Also, we're going to be doing our segment with a couple of the kids.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
look, we're just doing our, like I said, we're just doing our
Yeah.
best to do our part.
Correct.
When honestly, I'm not speaking on our behalf, but it was an honour to be
Oh, absolutely.
asked to
I've
do
been
our podcast.
Very, very, very proud to do this for sure.
For and any charity we can raise that day. So come down.
Yeah.
We're going to be there from about probably 10,
10-ish, yeah.
10:30
Yeah,
till
yeah.
about, I reckon,
Around
about
1?
1-ish.
Yeah.
So come down, say hello. If you've got any questions for us, we'll answer some live questions.
Yeah.
Antoinette from Khalil Loys is going to be there.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just all about raising awareness.
Yeah.
And everyone doing their part. Mate.
Horrible,
That's all
horrible
we're doing.
disease. We wish Jai the best, of course. But yeah, we'll see you down there, hopefully. All right, now it's time for our plays of the week. You've gone with a classic example of counter-attacking rugby league. The Knights flipping the field here, Josh.
Yeah, well, it's just this is the Knights at their best, but it's also Sharp at his best, and it's about transition, right? So sometimes when something happens, it takes guys so long to get on board and switch into that transition. Billy Millard, a guy I used to have at the Tigers, was one guy really emphasised this. So, all right, so we've got a play here. You've obviously got Walsh tries a little chip and chase, and Mam here knocks it on. But like right, if he's paused it here, like that moment right there, maybe a few seconds later, a lot of these guys probably going, great, yep, right here, great, we've got the ball. Let's just get into our sets. Not Fletcher Sharp. Look at him here. You look at him at the top. He's looking at space. So straight away here, that he goes in, he finds a hole, and he just goes, you know what? I'm backing my ability here. Hunt comes out of the line, exactly what you want. Beautiful short pass. No looker, by the way, turns around. And that is just unbelievable footy. Turning defense into attack straight away. Any coach, any transition coach would be so proud of that. And sometimes, Matty, you can be taught it, but that is natural instinct.
Yep.
And that's what that guy does week in,
The
week out.
Knights got those 2 big injuries and still pulled off that great win. So good for them. Tough night for the Storm defensively, but one great moment for them was this try saver by Siua Faulongo.
Yeah, far longer. He's getting way better at this. I reckon, he's had the likes of Billy Slater in and because all Melbourne fullbacks have been great in attack, but big thing is stop and try. So if we play the clip here, Critter sending one into orbit, and then Presto gets the ball here. Nice pass there from Super Salmon, but if he pulls it here, so right here, if he shows, well, I suppose the good thing is Leo's there in support, and if he shows and goes, he can help. So maybe they were communicating, which is brilliant. But for Faulongo to be able to check that, and if we play it slowly here and still be able to chase Carraz in the corner, he stopped there and he's gone again to have the ability and the speed. But we know he's got the speed to crack it. Not the greatest attempt, but when you're in that position, you do whatever it takes, and that is a really good. It's really good fullback play because not many people will be able to do that, Matty, where they stop and then be able to go again, because you've obviously got to see the guy who's possibly going to do the show and go. And as we see here, the big size 12 Lebanese foot into touch.
Not an easy bloke to knock off his
great
stride
effort.
either.
Yeah, right.
Fantastic stuff.
Massive try save there.
You'd like to pay tribute to one of your great mentors and mates.
Yes.
Laurie Daley, who's announced that he will no longer be coaching.
Yeah, well, there's no shying away from what I think of Loz. I was constantly in his corner throughout this whole series and will be forever because, and this is the thing, he was questioned a lot, and I've been coached by him, so I know exactly what he done. And the one thing I'm not going to get into it a lot because I've already spoken so much about him, but all he done for myself, and I know I'm speaking to Hocko as well, is he instilled belief in us, and that's all you need sometimes. Belief that we are ready to play in this arena. He probably he made us grow as halves because he challenged us on things that we weren't challenged on in clubland a lot, because Des used to like to control a lot, whereas Loz was like, boys, this is your team. Use the halves. So I was like, well, I got to go in here and tell Luke Lewis what to do and Jared Hay, and these guys are superstars. So he is a guy that made us probably come out of our shell a bit. But I will say one thing as well. He helped me with my game personally because like that running sort of style, and he said to me just constantly back yourself and back your running game. But I'll tell you one thing that I love about Loz. He cared about Josh Reynolds, the rugby league player, but he cared about Josh Reynolds, the person, more. And that's all I can want. Honestly, the thing is with coaches, I get it. You are in charge, but that humane effect of just being a good person and actually caring, one of the best you'll ever meet. So good on you, Loz, mate. You've got nothing to prove anymore. You've done exactly.
Went out a winner.
Exactly. And, so many people doubt him. So many people have to swallow their words. And that's just the way it is, mate. But I'll tell you one thing. One of the best blokes you've ever met. And he's done everything for the state now. Literally everything. So Kick the feet up, mate. No more, though. Because it's tough. I was standing in your corner for a long time. But, love you, mate. Champion.
Now it's time for this week's Controversy Corner, presented by Khalil Lawyers. Oh, this one's right in our wheelhouse, isn't it?
We love this
because this is not the first time this year we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Because it already happened once.
Well, I don't know. And look, actually, you know what? I think it's hilarious when someone's hair gets pulled.
Yeah.
But I will say, there's a repeat offender.
Mm.
And I'm not going to say a repeat offender of the puller. I'm the repeat offender of the bloke's hair being pulled.
Yeah.
Dom Young has been pulled 3 times. Reece Walsh on the weekend. Hudson Young. Let's have a little laugh.
Oh, yeah.
And previously, Mike Acevo has also had a crack. So, Matty, I've got a theory.
Yep.
And Dom Young, thank me later. I might be able to get you an endorsement right here, right now. Dom Young must have the most beautiful smelling hair in the world, because I want to rip it and sort of smell it. Because that's all I can think. Because why isn't Dallin Watine Zelezniak's hair being pulled? Why isn't Fletcher Sharp's hair being pulled? Why isn't Fletcher Hunt's hair? It's the dreads. Matty, am I onto something here, or you?
No, I love the theory. I mean, his hair looks absolutely luxurious.
Unreal.
But we've got the clip here, and like this one's more funny because like there's at least some contextual not justification, but like a reason as to why the other ones happened. This one's not in any sort of like rugby league setting. This is just in the melee afterwards, and
it's a little. Mind you, it's a great cover tackle there from Ezra, and he does this standover tactic, and he falls over in there. But it's sort of here we go, it's on here. It's on. And then we don't see it in his first instance, obviously. Yeah. But it's a little side pull.
But a proper handful of hair, though.
Walshy, there's 4,679 cameras they watch from. I used to think I could get away with stuff, and it never happened. Mate, be careful. You're never going to get away with that. But there must be something. It must smell beautiful. So Pantene Pro V.
Yep.
Dom Young is your man.
Absolutely.
There you go. Sign him up. I'll take a little clip if need be. Okay. Yeah. What is your honest opinion on this, though? This is not right. You can't do this.
Yeah, of course.
But there's an instance back in, I don't know the exact year, but Tyson Frizzell playing for Newcastle, and I'm pretty sure it was Jerome Luai playing for Penrith. Jerome Luai's made a break.
Yeah.
And Frizzers yanked it, but trying to grab his jersey.
See, this is what we talked about the other time this happened, with the hair being part of your uniform in the NFL, right? Because that's a really good point, because you are allowed to grab the back of someone's jersey to tackle them if they're running away from you. And in that situation, if that's a short-haired player, Tyson Frizzell can grab the back of his jersey and pull him down.
Correct.
But the hair being in the way, that's actually an advantage for the long-haired player.
100.
So that's a really interesting situation. And yeah, I don't know if I want to get to the point where it's like allowed in the way that it is in the NFL. You might unretire. Just to...
I'll tell you what, this has been my tactic. Run through, boys.
Yep.
But no, I'm not even joking about this. If you've got it there and I'm chasing you from behind, I'm grabbing it. Yeah. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
And penalty or not, I'm stopping you at all costs. But honestly, I didn't even think of your point. If it's the hairs covering the shirt and you can't grab the shirt, what do you do?
Exactly.
So, boys, it's either shave it or grow it and use it. It's an interesting topic. I don't know why it's such our favourite topic of the year.
It's just very funny.
It's just great. I just love the Reece Walsh little side one.
Yeah,
Like he thought he was going to get
sneaky
away
one.
with that, but
It does make you think of what players used to do in like the 90s and before that.
Oh,
Like,
my.
they must have been the dirtiest sport on earth.
horrible.
before cameras. Every sport probably was. But
Yeah,
like,
but it's pretty much Poor Dom Young. He's just going like, really, boys?
Yeah.
Why me?
But great win for the Knights. Though.
Great win.
Yeah. All right, and just a quick one before we get out of here. Now, in light of the Cowboys conceding 82 points on Thursday night, probably the most embarrassing loss that most of those players have suffered in their careers. So it got me thinking, like, what's the worst loss you ever, most embarrassing sports moment you had? And it can be like when you were a kid.
Yeah.
It can be when you're an adult. I don't know.
Mate, mine's crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
And then, no, but the thing is, some people will be like, well, that's not embarrassing. But for me, it was. Belmore Oval, under sevens grand final versus the Chester Hill Hornets.
Oof.
Now the Chester Hill Rhinos.
Yep.
Undefeated all year.
You are.
We were.
Yep.
And I haven't missed one kick.
Oh, no.
You kick from in front
Every time.
every time.
Okay.
Just had him on a string.
Yep.
Technique, everything. I don't know who you're about, but did miss. To win the game, I missed in the grand final.
Yeah.
And people might say, oh, that's not embarrassing. No, it's embarrassing for me. I missed the goal to win the game for my mates. And, you know, your kids are brutal.
Yeah.
Like they were going, oh, why'd you miss that? Oh, what?
Like you did it on
yeah,
purpose.
like, and I'm just like, really? And like, just still going, yeah. But
Oh, that's awful.
anyway, fairy tale finish.
Mm.
Replayed it on the Wednesday night. Got the dub.
Well done, mate.
But that was
Resilience.
embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
People might say it's not embarrassing, but I hate losing.
Yeah.
And I felt embarrassed in front. And it's at Belmore Stadium, Matty.
Yeah.
It's at the whole crowd,
Yeah.
big crowd cheering, and yes, that was my most. But I feel you've got a good one.
So I got two here. So I played soccer and cricket when I was good. The cricket one's very short. Age 13 to 14 had a bit of a growth spurt. It was quite a chunky youngster. Age 14, like got a bit tall, leaned out a fair bit, right? That's your clothes get a little bit baggy. So I'm playing cricket. I was on opening bat. We were playing in our comp. There was always two Panania teams. The one I played for and the one most of my mates played for, who were both quite good. One Bankstown Sports team that was pretty good, and one team called Milpera Vikings, who won the comp every year, who we lost to in the semi-final every single year when I was a kid. And then there's 4 or 5 other teams, like whatever. It was always the same. We played them once though, and I'm opening the bat. I'm actually going pretty good. I'm on like 20 or something. We played at Amor in Revesby, and I've just whipped one off the pads towards the boundary. Easy two. I'm coming back for the second. My pants are falling down because they're too big for me now. So I'm like, I got time to stop. I'll stop and pull them up while I'm jogging. Direct hit from the fine leg. Run out and it was going really good.
We
Might have been the
should
first time we
just
ever
let
beat
the
them.
Ducks.
Probably, mate. Probably.
Just let the Ducks
So that's the
go,
individual
man.
one. This one's more of a team one. When I was a kid, played soccer. You're in the age groups 12s, 13s, 14s, etc., etc. Under 18s was the first time where it was you run out of kids stop playing. You know how it is. So you go from 16s to 18s. So 18s was the first time.
Right.
It was 2 years, right? So there was one team in our region who decided they wanted to try and win like the champions for the whole state. They wanted to really try and like make like the best team possible, go on a run. They ended up doing it to their credit, but like I knew a couple of blokes in the team, but they ended up getting like all the best 17-year-olds and all the best 16-year-olds in the area to play in their team, right? So they were gonna smoke everyone. I remember running. I was mates with a couple of them. I knew them a fair bit. I ran into one of their dads at the shops like the week before we played them. Opening day of the season, he was like, oh, "Mate, you guys have got your work cut out for you." I think I was like, "Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong." But we played them first game of the season, lose 12-0. Our goalie got man of the match.
12-0.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was character building.
So well, it's
they
cowboy building.
I
you
will
call it
say
now.
we played them later in the year. The return game, we only lost like 8-0.
Oh,
I think in
so-
both games I was striker, didn't touch the ball.
So you improved.
Yeah, they put 30 on a team once that year. So they were just braining every single team.
Well,
thankfully only had to deal with that for 1 year.
what's
but
12 in NRL?
I don't know, like 60.
Yeah.
No, probably more. Like in that moment, I knew how those American Samoans felt against Australia.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, horrible.
Back when Archie scored 13 against them. So that was very embarrassing.
Yeah,
But
that's
like It's like they've got their goalkeeper coming up for corners while they're up 4-0 in the first half, just taking the absolute piss. It's like, boys, it's one thing to be the best. You don't have to be pricks about it. You know?
Well, yeah, actually, just thinking about that, there was one guy played for St. John's Eagles, named maybe Nabato or something his name was, and he was a gun.
Yeah.
But I'm talking, he was a big guy.
Yeah.
So
How old were you at this point?
he would have been age groups maybe like 12s, 11s, 12s. So like guys get big, like around that age, you know. Like some guys can, but some guys we like.
That's when you get the most diversity in size because some blokes just
so true.
Some blokes just mature earlier.
Yeah, and the big fella would have scored. Well, grand final day, Belmore again. We had a good team, played in some grand finals. I think he bagged about 5 against us in the grand final. We got beat 50-4 or something. That's probably one of my up there.
Yeah.
Goes up a grade. Bags 3.
Yep.
And wins the grand final for them too. So St. John's Eagles, Zumba had a big day against us, the St. George Dragons.
You got a lot of beef with the St. John's Eagles. I feel like.
Well, that's why.
Yeah.
Because
It all starts
we
there.
just were like, how do we? There's only one guy, one of my really good mates, Chris Woody, who could tackle him, and he'd just like get tangled in him and fall over. But it's hard, mate, when you go up against.
But like, this goes back to our earlier point though. Like those things are embarrassing for us, but I feel like it helps you grow. Like again, these kids don't have grand finals now. They don't experience things like this.
Still not
I
over
feel like
it.
it's important.
Still not over it.
I'm not either. But I'm glad everyone was mostly on our side.
Yeah, agreed.
So yeah. All right. What are you looking forward to this weekend?
Oh, I'm just gonna say Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can we go past
Come
that?
down if you live out that way. Wednesday leagues, we'll be there. Should be a great night. I'm probably looking forward to just Souths getting the cavalry back. UNA Aiken, Tallis Duncan, David Fafita, Cam Murray, all back for that para game. You would think. We record before teamless come out, so I don't know if that's true. The big man, probably another week away. You would just say, I'd be classic Bulldogs like that.
Of course he would. Of course he would. But look, I don't care. I want him back. I want him back playing footy. So
do I, mate.
Yeah.
So do I. But yeah, great show. Thanks again to Luke Brooks for coming on. And we'll be back next week.